Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bat Friends Podcast, episode 18. We're two friends rediscover an anime classic. I am one of your hosts, Chris, alongside the world champion, Joe. What's up, Joe?
Beware the mad bomber, what bombs at midnight. That's a Tick reference. They canceled Tick.
They did.
Those sons of bitches.
I'm very upset about this.
Did you watch season 2?
I've not finished season 2.
You gotta finish. And season 2 ends on a cliffhanger. Not really, but there's a subplot cliffhanger. I'll put it that way. So I'm pissed.
Alright, we're canceling the show and watching the Tick animated series.
Oh my god. There is an episode of Tick Animated you can't get on the streaming services, I think. Because it's the one that has, I want to say Cyndi Lauper. It's not. Cindy Crawford. It's a Cindy Crawford fill-in. So her name's not Cindy Crawford, but it's clearly Cindy Crawford. And she ends up marrying, like, the mole people because of her mole. And so they pulled it from all syndication and streaming. And you have to buy, like, one of the first sets of DVDs. And that might not even have it because they were so mad. And it's like, it's so messed up. You're getting Tick knowledge, people. If you haven't watched a Tick, what are you doing with your life? But she got so mad. But, like, the whole moral of the episode is that she's a supermodel. Like, in the show, she's a supermodel. The mole people are seeking her because they think her mole is beautiful, like the mole on her face. And they can, like, even though they drive around in machines, they can just, like, clap their hands together over their head and spin and dig. And when they find her, she accepts them and loves them, even though they're mole people, so they look horrendous. And then she puts her hands over her head and spins and digs with them back to their subterranean lair. She looks beautiful in this episode as a human being, but apparently she didn't think it was good for the brand of being married to the king of the mole people.
For the record, if somebody wants to put me in a cartoon married to the king of the mole people, I'm so down.
I love the Tick, too, just so you know.
So you're a bigger Tick fan than I am. I've heard the story about Batman Well. What was his original name?
Okay, so that's where it gets weird. Batman Well is technically an original creation. There was a similar character called Deflator Mouse.
That's what it was.
Because it's German. But he was not Batman Well. Like, he was still he was our version of Batman, where he's always hitting on everybody. But he wasn't suave and he wasn't Spanish. He just kind of talked like this. Hey, how we doing? Drink a lot of coffee. Like, that's all. And it was weird because he had a bat mask, a cowl, with giant ears, and then big nostrils that came out in front of it that served no purpose whatsoever.
Well, the story I had heard is that, Deflator Mouse. So they had Deflator Mouse. They're making, I think it was the
Warburton
live action one.
Yeah,
with Putty.
Yeah. Yes, with Putty.
He's always Putty, no matter what he does.
Hey, babe, I'm the Tick now.
Funny side story. When the New Jersey Devils went to the playoffs,
New Jersey Devils!
I think it was last year, he came out in the
Jersey makeup. Yeah. I remember this story.
He's a good dude. Seinfeld podcast.
Tick podcast.
Yeah, so they had Deflator Mouse, and I think in a different language, it came out to be Batman or something close to it.
It's German.
Yeah. So they changed it to Batman Well.
So they could get under parody law.
Which is fantastic.
The 90s were that last vestige of, like, we're really playing fast and loose with copyright. Yes, because that's why it was Deflator Mouse. Because it's, it's like, it's Batman in German. And the character's not German, so that's why it's even funnier.
God, I love Tick. All right, so this episode is Beware the Grey Ghost.
A seminal episode that we have shit all over by talking about the Tick first.
Yes, actually a very important episode. This is written by Dennis O'Flaherty.
Flaherty,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's Flaherty.
And Tom Ruger. It's directed by Boyd Kirkland.
And away we go.
So this was one of the episodes I watched the day that Adam West passed away.
Really?
Yeah. The day Adam West passed away, we were at a con, And what really sucks is me and Mike, the co-host of my other show, had tickets to go meet Adam West at Terrificon that year after a showing of the Batman movie. We got the news at this con that he had passed and went back and watched the surfing episode of Batman 66.
Of course.
And this. So this whole episode is basically Adam West handing down the mantle to these guys. So because he's playing Batman.
That's also why I made the tick reference, because it's the Mad Bomber. Yeah. And there's an episode where it's Beware the I think it might be Beware the Midnight Bomber who bombs at midnight. Yeah. So Bruce loved Zorro, but it's the animated series, so we're gonna make Zorro. What if Zorro was Batman? Here's what I also love is that Kevin Conroy voices his dad, which I don't know if he does in every episode, but here it's very clearly Kevin Conroy doing his dad.
Which is interesting. I love how much this mimics what happened with Batman 66.
What do you mean?
Now, like, the tapes weren't lost for Batman 66. There was more of a legal battle.
I got you. Yeah.
But yeah.
The animation on this episode is really good, too.
Yes.
And it's funny, too, because Grey Ghost is basically Sandman from JSA. His design is almost Sandman from JSA. Pay up or pay the consequences.
Signed, the Mad Bomber.
Oh, it's not the opening? My bad.
This is your favorite part coming up.
Oh, Bullock. Commissioner.
Batman is pissed.
They blew up my favorite bank. Or no, they blew up my favorite plastics company.
That's an extreme amount. $1 million in the 30s? Nobody had that money.
Batman did. If only we knew who planted those bombs. Yes, that is the whole crux of this episode. I like seeing Thomas be a dad. He's usually dead.
Or Batman.
In this, he's never Batman. In this, he's just usually dead.
I'm just saying, we're getting a lot of Thomas Wayne Batman.
That's what, though. Oh, the Grey Ghost. Bruce has a TV in his car.
In the back seat of his car.
Come on, because Alfred has to drive.
Like, when we were younger, this would have been like... We probably were sitting here going, like, that'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah, no, it was the shit. And look at all those tapes that are all dead now. Because the magnetism wears out on old film. Oh, you old queen. Just mad that it's dusty. Anything you want.
Nah, I don't got that.
That's garbage. That.
Why do you have two straws?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna drink out of these two straws. I got all these pens and this bow tie, but no collar. It's crazy. Yeah, I tell you, crazy. Now there he says 20 years. The subtitle said 20 years. When I watched the episode, it said 40 years. But I'm watching on the DVD. I'm almost wondering if they changed it, because if the studio went up 40 years ago and I made a note of this, that means Bruce is 50. And I think someone caught that and went, "Oh shit." 20 years makes a lot more sense. That puts me on mid-30s.
Oh, what a terrible joke. I prefer my fireplace.
Dapper looking chap. You old queen. That's the episode we deserved that we didn't get. Is Alfred hitting on Simon Trent.
So this is the part where I start to feel like this gets a little bit biographical. Now, once again, I'm sure Adam West was never at this point.
No. Well,
but in terms of his career...
I think he was smart with his money.
Yeah. In terms of his career, he had the same problems that are going on here.
Yes. Because he was typecast as Batman.
Yeah.
and goofy Batman that no one wanted to deal with.
Well, that, and apparently Gotham never had any Comic-Cons, so he couldn't do signings.
It's true. It's the 30s. Comics aren't big yet.
So if it's the 30s, he was on TV 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There's no film.
There's film. There was just no TV. The Grey Ghost.
Who point out the Grey Ghost has a gun?
Of course he does. He's the Shadow. And Sandman. And Zorro. Zorro never had a gun. Not your Zorro. What if Zorro had a gun? He'd be the Grey Ghost. Old man still has it. I'd have to lift that bookcase and throw it.
So yeah, he has to be in his 60s. I'm pretty sure I couldn't pick up that bookcase and throw it with everything in it.
Is that putting on the Ritz? What the hamburger heaven? Yester Toys.
Now we're in the 50s.
Yep.
Selling all of his Grey Ghost merch to this nerd.
Gotham's in a time vortex.
Gotham is Battle World.
Gotham's not cool
There's
enough
different
to be Battle
sections of time put together, and then Wolverine comes in and starts snick.
That's the crossover we don't have. We deserve, but we will never get.
To be fair, we got Dark Claw.
We did get Dark Claw. And animated Dark Claw. We got 2 Dark Claws. And 1 Lobo the Duck.
Oh, Lobo the Duck.
And I'm pretty sure Chelsea Arms is a reference to there's the Chelsea Hotel that whatchamacallit, Sid Vicious died in. That I think still exists in New York City. It's Chelsea something, I don't remember what.
Remind me of Sid Vicious after the episode. I got a funny story.
Okay.
Not a funny story, but a recommendation.
Ed Feracious. There's a clip of Freddie Mercury being like, "Well, we were backstage at a show, and Sid Vicious was there, and I called him something like Frank Feracious, and he just did not care for it at all." And that's how he phrased it. And that's when Freddie Mercury further became one of my favorite people. No parking.
Yeah, so Bruce bought all of his Grey Ghost toys back, gave it to him, and he's like, "Meet me in the alley tonight." But didn't say who it was from, just said a friend.
And then it's Batman, and Simon Trent has some demons in his past because he fucking runs. So his natural instinct is, oh shit, Batman's gonna kill me.
Books it.
Fuck you, Batman, you're not gonna catch me.
But Batman catches him.
I said I need your help. I don't know why you're running.
Is it because I'm dressed like a bat?
I mean, you're not a criminal. Oh, you don't know the things I've done. Adam West did not make hundreds of Batman, though.
He did not, unfortunately. Gotham art.
Just pushes him in an alleyway. Here, we'll be safe from the explosion in this alleyway. I don't think that's how explosions work.
But he put his cape around him.
Right.
And that's what kept him safe.
He still runs. Now's my chance to get away. There's an explosion. Oh. See, this was a time when being gay was still a crime. So that's why.
George just went there.
I already went there with Alfred hitting on him. So in fairness...
I finally got away from Batman. Thank God. Oh shit, it's Batman!
If you just had a heart attack right there, what would you do?
Credits.
This is harassment. He's not wrong.
No, he's not. He dials more than 3 numbers.
But not enough. Because that's a rotary phone.
And then hangs up on the police.
It's the 50s. It's fine. They won't be able to find him. I got all my tapes. How? No, you would not have tapes.
Not tapes. Film.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, It might be a stag film. It might be an episode of Great Ghost. I'm not sure.
Either way is fine.
It gets so lonely in the cave. I know that now. Yeah. Sad Batman. Never meet your heroes, kid.
I love this next scene so much. So we're back at Wayne Manor.
Yeah, huh?
First, that's film, so I don't think it has audio on it. Bruce just sitting down like, I'm going to watch Grey Ghost again. Here comes Alfred. Here, have some popcorn.
Fuck yeah, popcorn. Doesn't even acknowledge Alfred's presence. Just set the popcorn down and walk away.
Buildings all across Gotham being blown up. He's like, I'm watching Grey Ghost again.
Just like when my parents were alive.
We get it, your parents are dead.
Now you know how I feel about most Batman stuff. We get it. Your parents are dead. Okay. Guns are good enough for the Grey Ghost, Bruce. Why aren't guns good enough for you?
To be fair, he has a huge room full of guns.
This one doesn't.
It still bothers me.
Oh yeah, he does. No, it's an antique. It's an antique though. It's different.
But they were loaded.
No, it wasn't. That was the whole crux of the thing. He's like, kids and guns don't mix. Good thing this wasn't loaded.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What I love is that the bomb cars are very close to the 30s Catmobile design.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking troop carrier. Why do they have sandbags? I don't know. I don't think there's going to be any flooding.
It's going to help with an explosion. No, he's got a really tiny camera. Didn't exist in the 30s.
Well, it's the 50s.
Or the 50s.
But...
And he's able to transmit that feed across town.
Yep. With advanced remote controls. They're race cars. Oh no.
Not the RC cars.
They're coming
Sniper.
Right for us. Yeah, they're coming right for us.
That's the key to hunting, kids. Just scream, "The comrade Boris!"
Where's Bullock? Oh, Bullock was there. Now he's not. Of course, you know, Americans with Disability Act, so there is a ramp. Batman has a flamethrower! Because Batman doesn't use guns. And he locked away Mr. Freeze, so he doesn't have a freeze ray anymore. So he went with the next best thing. Throwing fire.
Flamethrowers aren't guns.
Right, that's why he used it. And of course, even though it's on a remote detonator, I'm not going to just blow it up when it falls over.
Oh no. A decoy. So that's what that feels like.
It's a trap!
I love that.
Here's a rope.
I'll just grab it. Why not? Better than being exploded. That's right, I said exploded.
Yeah. I was going to say, he's also way too close to that.
It's the Grey Ghost.
How did you get up here? I'm not sure.
There's no Earth 2 in this continuity.
The other thing is, Bruce didn't buy all this stuff back for him. Because Bruce doesn't know where he would have sold all his toys to. I think the guy was trying to kill Simon Trent to cover his tracks. Because he says, like, meet me at the art, whatever, and then the art place blows up.
Oh, I didn't put that together.
Yeah.
I just assumed Bruce did it.
No. Please, Bruce ain't gonna waste that money.
Come back to my Batmobile.
Wanna ride in my cool car?
You could be my ward.
You could be my Alfred. Do you know how to dust? You said I was your hero. Yeah, but you're all so old, so...
From my experience, old people dust and draw me baths.
And bring me popcorn. Where's my popcorn, Pops?
I don't feel like RC cars are that fast, but
They're certainly not.
they're gaining on us.
Try the green switch. Yup.
This is fantastic, by the way. Just slides everywhere, blows up somebody's house, blows up somebody's car,
Batman's a menace.
blowing up this whole neighborhood. We'll just go to the park, it'll be fine.
Now does he? Okay, he does this right. He just take the
Yeah.
blindfold off. Can't trust you either. Beep beep. Beep, beep. Roadrunner apparently is in the Batcave. Fucking fanboys.
Batman fanboy.
Oh. Are you gonna wear my skin? I already am.
I have a case over here for you.
That was the plot of the Tick Free Comic Book Day issue this year.
Really?
Yes! That this guy and his girlfriend were the ultimate collectors and they had cases for Arthur and Tick.
Oh my god.
You are gonna kill me. Yeah, see? This confrontation would never happen if Bruce had bought those. He'd been like, oh yeah, probably that guy I bought that shit from.
Yeah. Why? He has a Batman toy.
There is a Batman toy, apparently. It's not mint in box anymore. It's not even mint out of box.
How are you going to resell that? You can't be in the antique toy business if you're going to ruin all the toys.
Now, did you ever watch Freakazoid?
Yes.
The Mad Bomber is totally what you would call it for Freakazoid, but blonde. Like, his design is exactly human Freakazoid.
It's true.
What the super nerd? What? It's in the theme song, and I can't think of it. I need the money to buy more toys.
I love toys. Look at this monkey.
I mean, that is a pretty sweet monkey. That ballerina is shit, though. It can even eat money, literally. If it had exploded, it would have been the best.
I want this robot. Must kill Batman. Oh.
My one weakness, anything in my way. So what's his name? The toy collector or the Mad Bomber? I like to think it's Francis.
So an out of work, out of shape actor just swung through a window and knocked over that man.
I mean, that checks out. Listen, I've been to some of these shops. It checks out.
No, my toys!
Okay, Cartman. And then he became the Freakazoid.
And this is a prediction of the future.
Female reporter. She has a name.
No, she doesn't.
Bruce in his one brown suit.
Get out of the way, kid. I need my DVD signed.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him my deep dark secret.
He does, too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I used to watch you with my father. Hey, buddy, I'm talking to Simon Trent right now. What, you think because just 'cause you have all this money, you can do what you want?
No,
Yes.
it's because I'm fucking Batman.
Which, by the way, Bruce Wayne is in the corner of his magazine. What a dick!
To be fair, I'd do the same thing.
Because I think that's what it is Bruce paid for the release of the Grey Ghost series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That checks out. Well, because he's the...
Secret benefactor?
So, the only person that knows that Simon has the Grey Ghost episodes is Batman.
Correct.
And then, assumingly, Bruce pays for the full release of the Grey Ghost. How does Bruce know?
Well,
Bruce just
Bruce
like,
knows Batman. That's always
my
the
buddy
thing.
Batman told me
Right.
about it.
hey, maybe I could put you in touch with someone that really could help you out. His name's Bruce Wayne.
He's a good guy.
He's alright. Great ass.
That's America's ass.
No, that's Gotham's ass.
So yeah, really great episode. It was like it was definitely a handing of the mantle. Like Adam West was handing it over to Kevin Conroy and everybody involved here, and Adam West at this point he went from a guy who did really bad westerns,
yep,
to getting Batman, being on top of the world, and then being typecast his entire life. Like the only stuff he got was cartoons as Batman.
He could have been president. Because Reagan did bad cowboy movies too.
But Reagan wasn't Batman.
Adam West should have been president. He's the president we deserve. And I don't think we ever see... Does the Grey Ghost even ever show up in any of the comics? I know not main continuity, because whatever. But I don't think they even bring him back for any of the other stuff. Like, Grey Ghost exists like in one thing, but everybody fucking knows Grey Ghost.
Yeah. I don't think so. Nothing I'm aware of, but yeah, it's definitely a Batman's back on TV.
Yeah.
Somebody else is doing it. We want to bring Adam West in to homage what he did for the character all those years.
Yeah.
Back when Batman 66 was like a joke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love this episode. As an adult, this is one of my favorite episodes.
We have a long way to go to get to my favorite episode.
That I can remember. That might change over the course of this podcast,
No,
but from what I remember,
like
this is one of my favorites.
Because I like the weird goggles, and it is the Shadow,
Yeah.
and like it's so many other pulp. It's Batman. It's,
Now,
you know,
this is going to be very telling about my childhood, but we are going to watch in a few episodes the 2 episodes that were my favorite as a kid.
they weren't my favorite. I loved him, and I love him. But I've told you what my favorite is.
Yeah.
If you guys are going to hear me lose my shit when we actually get to my favorite.
If people want to watch you lose your shit, where can they find you on the internet?
JoePank.com. JoePanc. On the Twitters, on the social medias, on the newspapers. They don't exist anymore.
No, they do.
You know what? Put it as a promo code if you're going to buy something. See what happens. I don't know. See what happens. Gonna order some flowers, click the microphone, put in Joe Pank. Worst could happen, you get nothing off.
You can find me at Fortress Chris or FortressCommonNews.com, where everything I do is right there on that handy dandy website. Remember, everybody, give us good reviews on iTunes and other podcast services. Like, share, subscribe on the YouTubes, and continue to be beautiful.
Spoon!